It is 5 red lights. And we go as Alex gets a decent start, but so does Corruption. Shadow on the outside. Red still in P4, so everyone in the front row has taken their spots. There's a collision, and that is an Alpine, I think, of Teabag being run into or running into someone. And oh, what a collision that is! And that is a 10-second penalty as well for Doric. So Williams and Alpine both in collisions at the start. It is not going to be safety car though. So this is a decent start for the front runners. No changes. Actually, Shadow did take P2 of Alex with those softs, but depending how long it is going to last as Red overtakes Alex's. There's a fight. There could be some touching in there. On the inside, Alex goes, but Red gets better traction and he's up into P3. As I think there might have been some collision in there with the jars behind. So Corruption remains in that P1 spot. Shadow in P2 on those softs. Red P3, Alex P4, Aiden P5, Alex P6. After pretty much the first lap now, it's going to be interesting to see if anyone gets a run here. Heading into the final corner. As it doesn't seem that likely. Sos might be looking for a move. He doesn't do it though. It's a fairly peaceful start. After a turn 1, obviously. But you'd think that turn 1 is also... As I think that is NASCAR has damage. He is one of the championship contenders in my opinion, so... And he was in the very good running. So he did get caught in a collision into turn 1. As Santi overtakes Denirakia on the DRS straight. And there's a 3-second time penalty for Lark. Someone who doesn't really know how to stay on track. As there's a yellow flag, and I think that is Hassan spinning. I think he ran wide. He went onto the gravel and he spins. Poor start for him. I don't think he raced in the last race as well. As we can see now, Fred with 10 second, Lark with 3 second. I think Dark served his 10-second time penalty. NASCAR had to box for new front wing as well. So soft runners could be on the money here, although 9 laps on this track could be very tricky. You really have to manage those tires in order to make it to the other stints. But Shadow does have that pace, so he can definitely get a run here. He does have DRS as well, so he can stay behind. Hopefully, the dirty air won't affect him, as there's a collision, and that is Aiden being involved in a collision, which made him spin. As there's another yellow flag, and that is Ari getting caught in a collision, and that is a full safety car, I think, or a VSC. It is a VSC, so Ari caught in a collision. Toasty with wing damage, I think. So he also got caught in there. I think with... Oh, and there's Lark as well. So there are multiple drivers with no front wing. Or damaged front wing. As we have green light racing. Green flag racing, my apologies. Ari is not happy about that. And he's left the session. So he got caught in a collision and DNF'd, as he is the first DNF of the race. Saltz could look for a run here. He is 3/10 behind the Haas. Haas doesn't have the DRS. It seems like Haas does have the straight line speed though. Will Souls send it? Is he close enough? He is going to go around the outside. But Alex is going to defend really well there. There is a bit of contact, but they're not going to do much in there. As 1-1 also overtakes Zonod, who is going to the pits. So I think Zonod also got caught in there. So let's get a decent exit there. But he's not going to make it stick. Corruption still with a comfortable lead. As there is a 3-second time penalty for 1-1 with track limits, as well as Aiden. And there's a collision again. It is NASCAR's already 2 drivers who are involved in a collision. Again involved. I apologize if the commentating might be a bit boring, but it just is circumstance because there are no commentators now, so it's only me very much. Because there's a bit of a train with Alex, Salt and Jude. Alex on those soft tires as Red concedes a position to Alex, who is on hards, but he does have the DRS no longer though. I think Red could get another run in. Salt gets an overtake done with the DRS. Santi and Dederakia fighting side by side, wheel to wheel. Can he make a stick? Santi does have the inside. He's going to push Dederakia a bit wide, and both have the DRS still. As Salt and Jude are also fighting. They're also side by side. Heading into a fast right left-hander. But Alex keeps the position. Jude could get a bit of a run there against Salt. But in the end, he's going to make it. NASCAR overtakes Zonod on the straight. Zonod could have a run with the DRS, but I don't think it's going to be close enough for Red Bull. Interesting start to the race. Corruption is running away with it now. Shadow's tires are giving him a bit of a disadvantage here. As Alex could look for a move down the inside. He did look for it, but he's not gonna gain it. Santi loses a bit of positions. I think that is on the straight, as he does have the wing damage. Salt side by side, and Santi is disconnected, I think. So, but still Alex and Salt are fighting as they're heading into another DRS zone. Someone is going to have the DRS. Can Jude look for a move here? He's not going to be close enough, as Daniel Rakia gets a 3-second time penalty. Shadow could seize the position to Alex. To Mercedes now, fighting as there's a collision, and there's a spin for Fred, a new driver in Tier 1. Already on a 10-second time penalty, and now involved in a collision or a spin. As Jude could look for a move against Alex. Again, not close enough on that DRS. But Alex 2.4 seconds behind, although he's 2.4 seconds behind, he does have the heart. There is a yellow flag, but that was for a brief period. As you can see on the map. And as we have good news, as Arsenal lost the race. Can I invite you, Santi? Let me see. Santi. I can. As there's a safety car. So Santi DNF'd. What happened there? So Santi, Historic gets a drive-through for speeding on the safety car. So Santi DNF'd when he wasn't even racing. My goodness. That is incredible. I've not seen the like, and everyone is now going to the pits. Which is probably the move. As a race leader. Goes on to the hearts. Now it's going to be interesting to see if those hearts will last 21 laps. So I think there was a bit of a lag, hence the stop. You from winning for Toasty. Great opportunity for those with damaged wing. Obviously the bots take control, but how does one DNF? As Alex is on soft, so he's probably going on soft and then going again on mediums for the final stint. Because I think Corruption is going to have to box again. I don't think those hards are going to last 21 laps, so that might be the move. This might be the strategy for the V-Carb, who is chasing a second win in 2 races. This commentator is dead. I'm not even joking. As Dora gets a 10-second time penalty as well. Can it go any worse for him? That is the question. He can! Right, let me, we have a co-commentator here with Santi. Where is he? There we go.
Bro, this is bullshit.
You cannot say that on the stream, man. You have to be a commentator now.
Okay,
Well, this is terrible. Yeah.
This is absolutely dreadful.
Yeah, there you go. Thank God I don't have to do this alone. I'm absolutely dead. So.
But now that I'm commentating, I'm gonna need another invite because when I saw DNF, I left the session again.
Again?
Yeah.
For crying out loud.
Bro, like, why? What happened?
I have no idea. I didn't even see it. I was very confused. As Alex goes into the pits again.
I don't think there's a chance that my AI crashed by himself. There's definitely someone who did something to me, bro. And I want to know who. And I want to see their POV.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be looked into, I think. As Alex had a really slow stop. Oh, it's just lag. Good. Dork has left the session, so with drive-through and 10-second time penalty, he's another driver conceding. I mean, I can't say that you conceded, Santi, because it is your AI, so technically it wasn't you.
I just want to know what happened, if it was the AI by himself or someone crashed into me.
That is a very strange moment.
Because I never saw something like that happen.
Yeah, neither did I. So I think there might have been a collision, but I don't know who. I think somebody should have gotten a penalty.
I know Hassan was near me, behind me, and T-Bag was also close once, but I don't know. Okay, Yeah, I have everything ready.
Good.
Great. I knew that turn one, lap one was gonna be something to look out for.
Is the strategy in there though that you stay behind as much as possible, or like qualify like P20 to
It
kind of save
depends.
your
I mean,
wing?
in quali, I think if you quali more up front, it's not like that big of a deal. The problem is more if you qualify like in the middle of the pack.
Yep.
Maybe like in between P10, P5, P15, P10. I qualified P13, and then there was like the crash in front of me, and then you can't just like go straight forward because you have so many cars blocking the road, the track, that
Yep.
it's just fucking leaving you behind.
Stop swearing on this Christian Twitch channel.
It came out. Shush. Cursing is
Right,
something
buddy.
natural, so
Well, fuck you, buddy. Had to
show
say it.
me. No, I'm not saying.
As Lark is giving away positions, so I think he went side by side with someone. Might have been Toasty. I mean, it's a pre-born race. I don't feel like it's been 10 laps, but it has been.
I like racing here, but like now that happened, I'm really pissed off.
Stop swearing.
I didn't swear.
Well, that is swearing.
That is not a swear.
That is not swear.
That is not
Yes,
a swear.
it is. Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. It isn't, bro. Nah.
Good, buddy. Anyway, I think we're gonna go green flag racing soon. As Dirk has catched up to the pack. I think he left the session, so that might be the AI
Yeah.
driving for him. Keep it family friendly, exactly. Kyros, we cannot do add time currently. I think it's gonna do automatically anyway, so unlucky. As
If
safety
you
car
have
is in this lap.
access to the dashboard, you can.
Well, I won't. As safety car is in this lap, so we're gonna go racing again. Alex lost a few positions because he boxed for softs and then boxed for hards again. So he doesn't have to do another stop, I don't think. But
okay, someone really lagged right where I was spectating.
yeah.
Someone just like hit the wall on my screen. But,
yeah.
No, nothing bad happened.
As Corruption gets a decent restart, as McLaren are running P3 and P4 here. Alex gets also a decent restart with P11. Will there be turn 1 collisions? And there is a turn 1 collision, as that is the Mercedes involved, and there's a big crash between the Aston Martins and the Mercedes. There's a lot of 10-second time penalties. Fred, Doric, Denrakia, 3 seconds. Alex, 3 seconds. NASCAR, 3 seconds as they go for an overtake. 1-1-1 with 6-second penalty. So Denrakia with a collision.
Drivers.
Yeah.
Nothing against them, but they are driving pretty dirty here, especially when I was racing. I do have a report ready to Dina, so that's gonna be exciting. And then Fred, another 10 seconds.
As Corruption didn't lose a single position here. I don't think the first 6 runners lost single positions, but King Hassan in P7, what a surprise that is, because he was in P16, I think, at the qualifying. So he did gain many positions here. Zonod in P9 as well. Alex in P10, he's gonna get hopefully a run, because he does have fresher tires than anybody on the track. And I think he does have wing damage as well, so that is huge. As T-Back gets an overtake done on a Lark. As there might be a Ferrari making a move here. He's not gonna do it though with NASCAR. There's a bit of a train forming, as well as the DRS is now enabled once again after a safety car restart. 10-second time penalty for Lark as he speeds in the pit lane. How many times do people really have to speed in the pit lane? Like, surely at some point you have to see that and like learn. You know what
I mean, in quality, like the first time I pitted, it caught me a bit off guard because I have the line on, and then it tells me to brake like maybe a couple of like maybe 1 or 2 seconds before the pit entry
There's
comes.
three side by side, and there's Alex spinning in contact with Fred and T-Bag. So there's another driver involved in a collision, as there was three apiece, three abreast. Heading into the fast
Mercedes are getting
right
involved
left-hander.
a lot.
Yeah. It's a very open track, and still people get tangled up in collisions.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have a field day today in steering. Right now, it's looking very, very bad.
Yep.
I wonder how many Tier 1 incidents we're gonna have.
And 3 second time penalty for Lark as well, as he's currently last. I think behind the AI as well. I'm not sure though if that is the AI of Doric. But it very much could be. As there are still 17 laps of this race. Corruption sets a fastest lap of 1:31.3. Shadow right behind him. It looks like that soft-tire strategy paid off for Shadow, as he was able to go long on those softs and still get positions. There's a yellow flag, and that is Red Bull and Toasty. Hassan and Toasty involved in a collision. As Toasty gets on track and bends safe with Hassan. So another collision heading into turn 1.
Looked like a very big one there. I
Some
see Hassan
multiple
has a bit
collisions.
of damage. One end plate missing. Toasty leaving that incident without damage, I believe. And the wing seems intact.
So, as that is Red Bull of Aiden running wide and gaining a position, but in the end he didn't get in position and he got himself a 3-second time penalty, so that was probably not worth it. Lark driving by himself. How can a once actually never great driver fall into last place? And these are the drivers that got put into tier 1, yet people who are faster get put into tier 2. Something that should be considered in the future. And yes, I can say that. Corruption with 1.5 second gap. But Alex gets a position here on the DRS straight. Zonod goes into P9 now. There's not going to be any collisions. At that time, as T-Bag and Fred are side by side. He's going to try to make a move around the outside. He doesn't. He does make a stick, but no one is going to have the DRS. So it's just pure racing here as T-Bag makes a stick on the inside. As Hassan and Toasty are also fighting, but Toasty remains at P11. As Fred might look for a move. There's a bit of contact between him and T-Bag, but not enough for a collision. What are your thoughts so far on this race, Santi?
I would say, like, when I was racing, I was enjoying it till that one incident happened. And now from a spectator-wise, there's a lot going on. And
Yeah.
there's a yellow flag now as well. And yeah,
And that was for
probably
briefly.
Fred, yeah.
Yeah,
Fred probably leaving the track. And then spectator-wise, yeah, there's a lot going on. A bit too much to commentate as well because there's so many overtakes and DRS trains.
Ari says one word, shit show. I mean, considering that both of you are DNF'd, it's not a surprise that both of you say the same thing. That's 2 words.
Well, but I can do nothing about my DNF.
As Fred retires, he retired in the pit and left the session, so that is the race over for the Mercedes, who once again are not running in the points. Looks like the TP that got banned in the end doesn't know what he's doing.
Pitting again.
Yeah, Lark is pitting once again. I think he's going to serve his penalty as well. And
Yeah,
no, he's also
retired as well.
retiring.
Yeah, 16 seconds. pretty much last.
He can't
Yeah, there's
really
no.
cover from last. His son gets a 3-second time penalty in NASCAR.
Yeah,
Could've
unlucky. Unlucky for Aston. No points.
NASCAR and Alex are working together here as there was an overtake, but Alex didn't want to battle it, which makes perfect sense. As I think Lark's car did retire on track still, but despite going to the pits, but that is not going to be a problem, I don't think. So there could be a bit of a run. There's a bit of a train forming up with NASCAR, Alex, Zonod, and there's a McLaren. I think involved in a battle with Jude. They're side by side. Who's gonna have the DRS heading into the straight, and is gonna be the McLaren of Salts? Could there be a run for any of the other drivers in the DRS? And no, there is not gonna be any. As there are 13 laps to go, Aiden maybe looked for an opportunity, but looks like he had to correct himself. As he lost a bit of time, he is spinning a bit. As Jude is in P5, comfortable position for the RB driver. I know I keep saying it, but there is just no energy for me today. I mean, I'm gonna be.
I'm not even paying attention right now. I'm just fucking on Discord.
yeah.
Texting Lark and everything. It's just DRS trains everywhere.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like exchange of positions, but there are not gonna be any like proper overtakes. If that is gonna be the case, as I think that is Alex going side by side, he is gonna overtake NASCAR, but again, I think they're working together to kind of catch up to the everyone else, because Alex is 3.4 seconds behind Aiden. As T-Back does look for a move, but Hassan gets an overtake. He's going a bit, because of lag, he's going a bit slow, but 111 is also in a battle now, as Aiden gets another 3-second time penalty. There's contact between Zonot and 111. Zonot sends it down the inside of 111, but he doesn't make a stick. It's a great traction, great corner exit for 111, but I don't think that is the wisest decision by Zonot going for an overtake, because 111 does have a 6-second time penalty. So just working together, heading for that Ferrari, for the other Ferrari of NASCAR, would be more beneficial than battling in this current situation. This corruption really is pulling away here. Red as well. I mean, there's a bit of a train behind the first 4 runners. As their Souls does look for a move. Is there going to be contact? No, he's going to say that there's a bit of a contact. Wheel banging. As there overtakes, and that is Hassan going to the pits for the final stint. After his fairly unsuccessful stint in the mediums, I think he also got tangled up in a collision earlier on. But first 4 drivers are really pulling away here. I mean, more the first 3 than the first 4, but Jude is also in a decent position here. And no one is going to look for a better run in here. Did you invalidate on one of your laps and during qualifying?
Yeah, last lap I was 3/20 quicker, and then turn 9 invalidated.
How does one invalidate? I'm probably gonna invalidate, but how does one invalidate?
Well, I race without ABS assists, and
Oh,
then
true.
that turn 9 without ABS assists is like it can happen. So
Yeah.
and also that one with the one corner like the little like zigzags you do after the second DRS.
First right and fast right and left-hander. Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's like the one last corner where you turn left. A lot
Yeah,
of
that is
people go
also
wide
tricky to
there.
get right, but like beyond the limit. Because there are a lot of drivers going to the pits, so let's see the situation with tires, because as you can see, 11 laps for corruption. Those tires are probably wearing off a bit now. I think that is the left tire wearing off. He's probably around 40%, so I don't 45 probably. So does it last another 10 laps? There's going to be a lot of wheel spin as well. If you have 40% after 10 laps, you could make it, but if you have anything more than that, it's going to be very tricky. It's going to be a big puncture territory. A lot of drivers, so Aiden is going for an undercut, I believe, with those mediums, with 0 laps, as he's recently boxed. His son and T-Bag are fighting now, as his son makes a stake, but T-Bag does have fresh tires, 1 lap fresher tires, but is Aiden's opportunity here, because he did undercut, as Alex gets another 3-second tire penalty, so I think that is the 6-second time penalty for last race winner in Singapore. But everyone else
Started, I was a bit surprised how quick the tires were off here.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be that quick. About 7 to 8 laps they can get on the softs. Mediums, maybe about 10, a bit more maybe.
as Shadow gets a 3-second time penalty, which could be crucial for his podium spot, depending on the outcome of the drivers behind him. So maybe you look for this, you see this, and you maybe think of an undercut heading into the final 9 to 10 laps of this race. Because that 3-second could be major. Red could be boxing soon. But it's going to be interesting to see if they go for those softs once again. If they saved any. Or do they remain on mediums?
There's nothing big happening, so I want to drop some commentators' curse once again by saying who are driver of the day candidates, people who can get the driver of the day. And right now, I'm looking, of course, corruption will definitely get a nomination for the win. I mean, let me just see how far ahead he is. 5 seconds in front of Shadow. Really impressive. And to be fair, let me see the positions gained. 1-1, the NASCAR both with 12 positions gained, so they are also strong contenders. As 1-1 now, 13 positions gained because NASCAR pitted.
Yeah, Toasty. Still running on those hard tires. I don't know if Jude and Alex are. I think they might be in the VC with one of the former drivers in Rudy.
Yeah, let's do some mid-race interviews.
I'm not gonna do a mid-race interview. Not doing that.
Why not?
Why should I? As there are there's also 30 minutes left for tier 2 to start. Kiro says, "Go Shadow, go! I'm biggest fan. Go go." Okay, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
That supports you. Really, really.
Oh, okay.
As Dork is, I think, being lapped by the entire field now. I think that is his AI driving, but as Salt is up into P4 and Alex also gets an overtake over. Oh, that is not an overtake, that is just lapping Doric. Right.
Red pitting for new mediums.
Yes, so now this final stint, I think Corruption could be going on softs here. I think that could be the banker. I think he should box very soon. He's not gonna be going on these hards till the end. They're very difficult to drive on. As you can see, he's on 14 laps on those hards. Dedina also pits now. Red went for mediums on this final stint. Dedina goes for softs. For his saved softs. As Alex gets a move over T-Bag. T-Bag might be looking for a run here as they're side by side heading into the turn 3. And T-Bag spins! That is big spin from T-Bag, who is on fresh tires, so that might just be the throttle input that cost him the points in this race. As Corruption is still going, so these tires are very much at 50-60% now. How are they gonna cope for these final 6 laps? Is he gonna play it safe or is he gonna go bold and stay out? Find out after a break.
Nothing beats a jet holiday. And right now, you can save
as
40
Toasty
pounds.
gets an overtake. One more one might be looking for a run here. Also Red and Aiden side by side. As Aiden makes a stay. Oh, there's a spin by Aiden! Our first race winner in Silverstone spins when battling for the position. That is huge. As Toasty's in P7. Go, Toasty, go! This could be a very impressive result if it happens. T-Bag is retired from the session. He did retire in the pits. And he has left the session. So, only 15 drivers running currently. Some in worse positions than the others. The first 2 are in a quite decent position here.
I don't think Corruption will be pitting now.
As NASCAR gets moved on.
I think these guys up front are gonna go all the way through with these hards. We're on lap 24. 5 more laps. I don't think it's really worth it pitting for softs now.
I think that was the play all along because...
Yeah. So Red is pretty much screwed. He's now in a battle with 3 other cars as well. So yeah, Red not with the greatest strategy here.
As Toasty goes up into P6. This could be a surprise. This could be the driver of the day result if it does happen. As he has no penalties and he's in P6.
He did gain 6 positions, which is really good. Behind him 1, gained 13 positions. He just lost Red. 1 now to Red.
Yeah.
Toasty might lose his position as well to Red. I mean, he should.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because he's on very old hards against new mediums. And it's gonna happen right here. Maybe. Come on, Red.
He's looking for a move and Toasty gives space and just in case, but what a run that is. He really went through it. But I think Toasty did slow down a bit. And he is on old hards, so he's also probably going till the end with those hards.
Well, now this is the true position of Red. If the guys in front don't pit, he will finish P6. I don't think he's catching up. Alex.
Yeah, Alex, 10-second gap.
Alex has a 6 seconds though, so maybe. I mean, he has to gain 4 seconds, I believe. maybe a bit less, in about 3 to 4 laps. And fresh mediums against old hards, that could be possible.
Yep.
There's also a fight between Wrexham and Jude for that podium.
And Alex is catching a bit. I think Jude is slowing down the McLaren a bit. Hence the pace of Alex, who does have a bit fresher tires, but not that fresher. Let's see if Jude can fight, and maybe Alex could get that P4 spot, which would be a decent result for the V-Carb. It's pretty much the only battle. I mean, Shadow is not gonna catch up to Corruption, who's still has decent pace despite having very old hard tires. As you can see, I think you can see a bit on the left. His hards are fairly gone. Look at that rubber on that. We're still holding on. As Shadow as well has the same problem. But Alex is in DRS now of the McLaren. Could Alex get a P4 here?
Can be good news for Red if they start fighting up there.
He's already gained
go very slow.
1.6 seconds in the last 2-3
Yeah,
laps.
this was in this lap because before he started this lap, he was still like 9 point something seconds behind. So he gained a lot.
Let's see, can Alex get a run here? He did look for it. He doesn't make it as Solz runs wide. I get a 3-second time penalty. That could be huge. Although Alex does have a 6-second time penalty, but that is going to be crucial because Alex can gap him by 3 seconds. They both have the DRS and V-Carb around P3 and P4 on track currently. But Alex needs a huge gap. He needs a 3-second gap. Maybe McLaren can slow them down a bit. Alex does go through again. So, despite having wind damage, they're side by side. V-Carbs are fighting. But Jude does not commit to it. As Alex gets an overtake down on Zonod on the straight. But there's better action up the field. Alex needs to make somehow that gap. Jude needs to slow that McLaren down as much as possible. As he opens and closes his DRS a couple of times, but it won't matter. I think the V-Carbs were fighting very briefly in terms of pace, but then Jude realized that Alex probably has the better pace, but needs to gap a bit more. I think if Jude can gap a bit with Salts, can slow Salts down, could be crucial as we're heading into the final laps. Final 2 laps of the race, and that is Zonod retiring from the session on track. There might have been a collision, there might have been. I think he went off, which is the reason for the yellow flags and the retirement.
I can check that though. Yes, type in the Aston Martin chat. Oh no, there's no. No, just sending a skull emoji.
Let's see, did the... Well, there's the Red Bull just retiring. He didn't, I don't think he went into a wall. He just retired. So that's Zonod. out as well. 6 drivers out of this race. As Aiden could get positions, but now they're very close. So NASCAR and Aiden are side by side. NASCAR does have a bit of a moment. Cannot make the move stick. There's a bit of a fight going on, but the one with the most time penalties will probably be punished in these final laps as Corruption crosses the finish line now. And there's still one more lap of racing left. He's going to take this quite comfortably unless he spins, but look at these tires. I mean, they're probably on 70-80% now. But he's managed them really well, going for a 2-stop, I think.
Oh, Shadow got 3 seconds, just so I know. Wow.
So Shadow got some moments ago.
Yeah. And Red close to that P5. Some great teamwork as well from the boys in the V-Carb. I think Alex can get this P4 finish even after penalties.
So NASCAR, yeah, 3-second time penalty. That is crucial, I think, for the finishing point of this race. I mean, if he didn't get that 3-second, I think he would have been in there quite comfortable. But I think he's still gonna get it. But he needs to hope that 1-1 doesn't overtake him. Salt's still fighting. There's a Jude.
Corruption is almost finishing.
Jude with a 3-second gap to Alex. Alex has gapped them. So looks like it might be a P3, P4 as Corruption wins the race.
Shock.
Yeah, very much. After being in Tier 2 last race, Shadow gets into P2. Is Alex going to cross the finish line and finish in P3? I mean, he's not going to finish in P3, but could he finish in P4 with Jude very much defending against Salts very well? And Jude gets a P3, so it's a podium for the V-Car. But Red snatches the P4, Alex P5. McLaren P6, good result for the V-Cars and the McLarens. As Aiden crosses the finish line, but Toasty in P7. Toasty gets a P7 Ferrari, P7 P8, 1-1 P9, Aiden P10 as that rounds up the top 10. Corruption wins the race after racing in Tier 2 last time. Everyone was saying that he was too quick for Tier 2. He now came into Tier 1 after Kickstarter pretty much fell apart, torn apart after the first race, and now he wins it for the Sauber. Very good result. Shadow as well, P2. Decent race. Not that much action, but a decent amount of it.
Boring.
Yeah, bit of well, it is boring for you because you did, or sorry, AI retired for you.
Yeah, AI. Very important information there.
As Corruption lifts that trophy up. Major result for the Kicksauber despite Ari retiring in the first few laps after crashing into a wall after being involved in a collision. So that is going to be it. Race winner Corruption, fastest lap Data Rakia. Driver of the day 1-1 according to the game. Most overtakes with Aiden and Clear's driver with Corruption. Probably the driver of the day in my opinion. Corruption. Very much big domination for Corruption. And that is going to be it for today's races. Or today's race, Tier 1 race. And you can see the standings here. We already went through it, but you can see him again. Pretty much 6 DNFs. I mean, Doric, despite still racing, he basically was DNFing. So that is going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for Tier 2 race in Bahrain. As I'm going to be racing. Santi, are you going to be racing in Tier 2? I don't even know.
Yeah.
You are. So, well, that's a bit of BS, but sure.
Womp womp.
Again. 2 times in 3. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. And good night.